Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello, Alina.
Hi.
Hi, Senia. Who is Vivi? Okay, who is Anna? All right, okay, that's fine. So how are you, Alina? How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. What about Senia?
I'm doing well.
All right, that's good to hear. Valerie, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you doing today?
I'm okay today, thanks.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Now, Senia, you were supposed to give a presentation today,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you ready to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make you host now so you can share your screen and then you give it back to me, okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But you make the screen.
Yeah, now it's yours. You can share your screen with us.
No, I can't because Valerie is the organization.
Okay, wait a second. So, Valerie, please make Senia host. Valerie.
I have no idea how to do it.
So you go on Senia's name and then there is 3 words, like not 3 dots. You click on that, then it's written make host.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay, Senia, now you are host, please.
Mm-hmm. Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
As I started the screen sharing, but we don't see anything. We see black screen.
It's downloading. Now, do you see?
Yes, very good.
Okay. Before the presentation, I want to say as it's only my opinion because I compared the Ukrainian schools where I've been and typical American ones because they're really great school in Ukraine, but there are few of them. So your opinions may be different from mine, so don't judge me.
Okay. No, we don't judge you, be sure. Okay.
Let's start. American students don't change their shoes before entering the building, and many schools have individual lockers for the students. Instead of Ukrainian school has common clothes for everyone. In the picture, you can see these lockers in the American school, but in Ukrainian school, we don't have them at all. Then, the grading system is also quite different. American students are graded either by numbers from 1 to 100 or letters A to D and F. In general, if a student gets above 85, it's a good mark, and anything in 90s is considered very good to excellent. But if a student gets an F, 65 or below, it's a failing mark, and he must retake the class. Instead, Ukrainian students are graded only by numbers from 1 to 12. If you get from 1 to 2, it's a low mark, but you don't have to retake the test. It's your choice to do it.
Sometimes, sorry, Senia, sometimes your voice is disappearing and we are not hearing it.
I don't know what to do.
Senia?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you go in audible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Just, I mean, maybe you change your microphone position. Just hold it in a steady and even position, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. So let's continue.
Mm-hmm. Students in the US also have more written tests and almost nearly no oral ones. They take written tests after every few chapters in a course, about one test every 6 weeks, with a midterm exam after half the course is completed and a final exam at the end for every class. In Ukraine, tests are written exams are not as common as oral exams. Ukrainian students do not choose what classes they want to take. Curriculum is set on a national and sometimes university level, with all classes already being predetermined for the students. Students also go to the same classes with the same group of classmates for all of 4 to 5 years. In the US, students can choose subjects which they want to learn, and your classmates often change. Another important difference is that your grades are strictly between you and your teacher. It's about the US. You may, of course, tell the entire class your mark, but your teacher will not announce it. He usually hands back tests one by one directly to the students, facing downwards for privacy reasons. You and or the teacher wish to discuss the mark, you may do so after class. In Ukraine, it used to be allowed to announce it, but now it's forbidden. Most American school days last from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Students tend to have 7 classes a day, which includes a full class period, lunch break, and 5 to 10-minute breaks between classes. Ukrainian school days last from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Students have 7 classes a day and breaks from 5 to 20 minutes after each class. An interesting difference about the subjects is that Ukrainian students study biology, chemistry, and physics all in the same year over a course of several years. In the United States, students first take an entire course of biology, 55 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and then the following year they will take chemistry and physics. Some schools in the US provide students with uniforms, such as hoodies with label of school, skirt, or trousers. In elementary school in Ukraine, child must wear a uniform, but the parents must buy it. There are also a few different colors that students that school can choose: burgundy, green, black, or dark blue. But now it's not as common as it was before. And now you can see on the picture.
Yes, thank you. Is it over?
Yeah, this
All right.
one is gray uniform, burgundy, and dark blue. In American school, you don't have to take your lunch to school because the school has the dining hall. There is a wide choice of food, so everyone can find something that he likes. The lunch hall in Ukraine looks quite awful. In the picture, you can see it's so awful. There is
It's not that awful. It's okay.
There isn't a wide range of food, and meal look tasteless. So we need to take homemade lunches to school. On the next slide, you will see the type of food, this one and this one. So
Okay.
American students can go to school by school bus. Ukrainian must go by themselves, or their parents can drop them off at school. American schools offer various artistic and sports circles. Instead, Ukrainian schools don't have them. And now we will watch a short video about what is school for. It seems to me so interesting, so one moment, because it doesn't want to share with you. I don't know why it doesn't open us.
Okay, maybe when you come out of your presentation, make it small.
Okay, I'll try to do it. Because maybe now
Okay, yes. Now, doesn't
Do you
it
hear
play?
it?
No,
Yeah. You don't hear it?
no, because when you are sharing a screen, there is an option underneath it is written share sound of my computer. You have to click on that so it shares. Is it going to say something or it's not?
No, but I don't see the share the voice.
So you have to go up your screen.
Yeah.
Click on share screen again. Share screen. Then you see underneath the box there is option written share sound of my computer. You have to click the box, the little small box in there. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, it's fine. So just play it and we will watch it without audio, okay?
Yeah. I don't know why I don't see it. It doesn't want to become big and
Yeah,
make it
so
loud.
we will watch it in a small form. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. It's downloading.
All right, okay, it's fine. So you can tell us what the video was about.
Okay. The video says to us that the school isn't the main decision of our life, so we should study, but for ourselves, not for a teacher, not for our parents, and so on.
I see. Okay.
Maybe now we'll watch it.
Okay. Okay, there is a technical issue with this video. It's okay. So that's okay. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Okay.
It was really interesting, especially the pictures that you used and illustrations. They were beautiful. Thank you so much. And it was very informative.
Thank
All
you.
right. So, dear participants, do you have any question from here?
Oh.
No, everything clear? Yes?
Yes.
So, could you please tell me which school do you like more?
I'd like American school, but I must go to the Ukrainian school.
Okay, I understand. All right. And so about others, Sona, which of the school did you like more? Which structure did you like more?
I like, I agree with Ksenia. My opinion is the same.
You think the same way. Okay.
I'm
Very good.
the host.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So did you watch the movie or you couldn't watch it?
Watch, yes, watch.
Okay, can you tell me what was it about?
It's about Christopher Robin. It's about a child who inspired his father to write the Winnie Pooh book.
Okay. And what was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part was the last part. It's so interesting as Christopher Robin understands what is the main of his life. It's his family and his daughter.
Okay, all right,
Not
thank you. Okay, yes. And what about you, Sona?
It's my favorite part too, and it surprised me how he refuse of money.
Refuses money, okay.
Refuses money, yes, and he doesn't take it. Didn't take it.
Okay, yes.
But
All right.
I understand him. I understand why he hates this book and this story.
Okay. What about others? Could you watch it?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me about it a little bit? Why did you like the movie and what was so special about it?
For me, this movie was a little bit boring, especially till the middle of this movie, like the first part. But then, yes, as Sonia and Ksenia said, that was like the final scene was actually the best. And there are a few phrases interesting for me that I didn't know before. For example, I have cracked means I've lost my mind or something like that. Or,
what else?
Or cut some costs mean to fire somebody because of the situation in this company, for example.
Yes, and also it doesn't mean to fire necessarily. It means to bring the costs down or decrease the costs or prices or expenses. Okay. What else?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Thank you so much for your explanation over the words and new phrases you've learned. Okay. About any other person who watched this? No, Valerie. What about you?
What about you,
I
Sam?
haven't watched it.
You have?
Did you
No, I
watch it?
haven't watched. No.
I haven't watched.
Okay. You haven't watched as well. No, because I don't. I like once in a blue moon I watch a movie, and I'm not a fan of watching movies. I don't spend time on them, and I don't know because I get bored. Like I can't stand still and watch a movie for an hour or an hour and a half. It's so hard for me. I get bored very soon.
And what do you
Okay.
like to watch?
Don't watch.
Sorry?
For me, it's hard to not watch.
Not to watch. Okay. And
Yes.
and Elena said something.
Yeah,
like
what do you like to watch then? Instead of
I
movies?
can't say I don't like watching I don't like watching at all. And it's I don't know why. It's just my personality is so. Okay. So today actually we are going to talk about modern icons. So now we are going to do this test. But in first do the quiz, choose A, B, or C. So let's see how do you answer this test without listening to the audio file, and then later we will listen to the audio file and we will see what was the correct answer. Okay. So Lena, do you know the first answer? It's about what do you know about Steve Jobs? So do you know where he was born?
I think it's New York, but I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you. Sona, at college?
Dropped out. He dropped out.
Yeah, it means he
Yeah,
decided
I
not to
understand.
continue it anymore.
Yes, I understand. I think it's bad.
Okay, thank you. Valerie, next please.
His first job was with a company which made computers.
Okay. Sanya?
The Apple Macintosh was the first successful computer to use a mouse.
Okay. Clementi, please, number 5.
In 1986, he co-founded, I don't know, I think Handmade Films.
Okay. All right, next, Alina.
Steve Jobs died of cancer in 2011, I guess.
Okay. All right, next, Valerie, please.
He was 56 years old.
All right. Now let's listen. Are you a fan of Apple or no?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's good. What about others?
No,
I'm
I
too.
don't.
You don't like? Okay. And for those who are those people who are fan of Apple, could you tell me please why you like it?
Because of iOS.
Because of the platform. Yeah.
Yes, only because of it. It's immortal, I think.
This platform is easy to use and it's quickly downloading some files and
Yeah, it never have some problems with it
Yeah.
because when I had Android, Android phones were worked maybe half a year really nice without any problems, but after 6 months there starts to be some problems with it, and I have to download more programs in additional to clean my cache and so on. But I don't need to do anything with iPhone. That's why I'm a big fan.
Okay, I see. Yeah, I'm fan of Apple as well, for the reason that you mentioned. Okay, now let's listen. Let's see how it goes.
5.28. 1. Steve Jobs was born in San Francisco in 1955. 2. He dropped out of Reed College in Oregon after just 6 months. 3. His first job was with Atari, the video game company. 4. The Apple Macintosh was the first successful computer to use a mouse. 5. He co-founded Pixar in 1986, the company that produced Toy Story. 6. He died of cancer of the pancreas in 2011. 7. He was only 56 years old when he died.
Okay, so most of your answers were correct. Now, look at the photos and guess what sorry, so who is Zulika? Zulika? Who is Zulika? She wrote me hello. Okay. So here you see look at the photos and guess what the connection is between each of things, people or places, and Steve Jobs. Okay. So what do you think? What is the relation between this and Steve Jobs?
This is Macintosh computer, and Steve Jobs was founder of Macintosh company.
Okay, Alina, what do you think? What is the relation between picture 2 and Steve Jobs?
I have no idea. Maybe they are creating something.
This man seems to be his co-founder of Macintosh, right? And he right now this man is owner of Apple company, but I don't remember his name.
Yeah, me too. Robert, I guess. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I'm not good in names.
Yeah, me too. Sona, what do you think about picture 3?
I don't have any idea.
What relation do you think this lady has with
Maybe Mary.
Okay, you think it's she's his wife? Okay.
I think
I'm
it's
not sure. I
his
guess just
mom. I think it's his mother. They got very similar noses. But I'm not sure.
Okay, thanks for your opinion. Yeah. Okay. Sania, what do you think about this number 4?
Maybe he lived in this area.
Okay.
Near Mountain View. I don't know.
Okay, Clementi, what do you think about number 5?
I think it's a logo of Apple.
Brands. Okay, it's logo of Apple, right? Okay. Now let's read this paragraph 1 to 5 and then see what each of these photos is about. All right. So I would ask Elena to read the first paragraph here.
The Macintosh Classic was a personal computer which was made by Apple in 1990. It had a 23 centimeters monochrome screen and a 4 megabyte memory. It was cheaper than earlier Apple computers and very easy to use. It was their first commercially successful computer.
Yes, okay. So, Stephen Wozniak, I don't know what is this. Valerie, could you please read this paragraph?
Okay. Stephen Wozniak is the American computer engineer and programmer whose computer designs became the original Apple I and Apple II computers. He and Steve Jobs became friends when they were both working at Hewlett-Packard. They started making computers in Jobs' parents' garage, and together they founded Apple Computers, now Apple Incorporated in 1976.
Okay. Sona, 3, please.
Mona Simpson is Steve Jobs' sister.
Yes, it's sister.
Sister.
So you were right, Valerie, about the nose.
I was so close.
Okay. Yes.
Jobs was adopted when he was born, but in the 1980s he found his biological mother, who told him that he had a sister. Mona and Steve met for the first time in 1985 when she was 25 and he was 30, and they became very close. They kept their relationship secret for a year until Mona introduced Steve as her brother at the party which she gave to celebrate the publication of her first novel, Anywhere But Here.
Okay. So Sana, please.
Mountain View is the area in California where Steve Jobs grew up. He was
We don't hear you, sorry.
Do you hear me?
It's your voice is very weak. We don't hear you clearly.
Seems that you're in a cave.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, could you please start now? All right, I will read this part. You can work on your microphone. Mountain View is the area in California where Steve Jobs grew up. He was born in San Francisco and was adopted by Paul and Clara Jobs. When he was 6 years old, the family moved to Mountain View, which was becoming a center for electronics. People began to call the area Silicon Valley because silicon is used to manufacture electronic parts. Okay, now Clementi, please, last part.
This is the logo, which was designed by Jonathan Mak, a Chinese design student from Hong Kong, as a tribute to Steve Jobs when he died. The design, which used Jobs' silhouette incorporated into the bite of a white Apple logo, became a worldwide internet sensation. The teenager said that Jobs had inspired him to become a designer.
Okay. All right, thank you. And I want to ask you, what do you think about his logo? Why did he design an apple that was bitten?
Because his first company named Macintosh, and Macintosh is the sort of apples.
Okay. And why is it's not a complete apple? Why it's eaten?
I don't know.
It looks better when it's eaten.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks better that way. Yeah. Well, the best answer I could hear from someone to this question. Okay. Cover the text, complete the sentences with whose, which, or where. So today we are going to learn about relative clauses. So I need you to fill in the gaps with with these relative clauses? Who, whose, which, or where? Alina, could you answer the first, please?
Yes. The Macintosh Classic was a personal computer which was made by Apple in 1990.
Yes, good, thank you. Sona, next, please.
Stefan Wozniak is the American computer engineer which founded Apple Computer with Steve Jobs and whose
Okay, Stephen Wozniak
who's
is a
founded Apple
person,
Computers, yes.
not whose, who founded.
Who found and maybe who.
So who founded Apple Computers with Steve Jobs, and who computer design? No, whose computer designs became the original Apple I and Apple II computers. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Valerie.
Mona introduced Steve as her brother at the party, which she gave to celebrate.
Yeah.
Which she gave to
Where,
celebrate
I guess.
where
Yes. The party.
where she
Yes.
gave to celebrate the publication of her first novel.
No, it's which. Which is better. Yes. Okay. Next, Clementi, please. What is this? Okay.
Mountain View is the area in California where Steve Jobs grew up.
Okay, yes. And Sania, are you here?
Yeah, do you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
much better. Thank you so much.
Jonathan Marks' design, which used Jobs' silhouette incorporated in the body of a white Apple logo, became a worldwide internet sensation.
Okay, yes, very good. Now let's go to 151. So, relative clauses, defining relative clauses, giving essential information. Okay, so Julia's the woman who works in the office with me, or also you can say that. It's a self-help book which teaches you how to relax. And is Frank the man whose brother played for Manchester United? Who can tell me, when do we use whose?
Maybe we can talk.
Sorry?
When we want to say that this object belongs to somebody.
Yes.
Object or person belongs to somebody.
Like
maybe not belongs, but there is some relations between them, but it actually belongs.
Okay, yes. Any other explanation, or anyone else wanted to say something? No?
When we can change, we can say Frank's brother plays for, right? And also we can say Frank, the man whose brother plays.
Yes, it's working like apostrophe. Right,
Apostrophe.
exactly. Apostrophe S. Yes, you are right. So yeah, it's a plant whose leaves change color in spring. If I want to say that in another way, I can say it's a plant that its leaves change color in spring. Yes? All right, I mean without whose. I have just had a text from the girl who I met on the flight to Paris. This is the new phone which I bought yesterday. But why do we use these relative clauses? Because these sentences, they are long, and we want to connect these two sentences with each other. So to give important information about a person, place, or thing, use a relative clause. Also, when you want to give information about a place, about a person, we use relative clauses. Use the relative pronoun who for people, as you know, which for things, animals, and where for places. You can use that instead of that. You can use that instead of who or which, but you can't use it. But you cannot omit who, which, that, where in this kind of clause. For example, Julia's the woman works in the office with me. So how should we say this?
Julia is the woman who works
Yes, so exactly. So we can't omit who from these sentences. Use whose to mean of who or of which. So who, which, and that can be omitted when the verbs in the main clause and the relative clause have a different subject. So if the verb is having different subjects, then you can delete or remove who, which, and that, okay? So she's the girl I met on the plane. So here now, the verb is having a different object, different subject. So where and whose can never be omitted. Be careful about this. Where and whose can never be deleted or omitted. So it's wrong to say it like this. Is that the woman dog barks? So is that the woman whose dog barks? This is the correct form, okay? So you can't omit where and whose. But in some cases, you can omit who, which, and that if the verb have a different subject. All right, now non-defining defining relative clauses, giving extra non-essential information. So here you see the painting, be careful about this comma. The painting, which was painted in 1860, is worth millions of pounds. Last week, I visited my aunt, who's nearly 90 years old. So as you can see, these informations that are given after these relative clauses are not essential, right? But we want to give extra information, non-essential, extra and non-essential information. Burford, where my grandfather was born, is a beautiful little town. So I could simply say, Burford is a beautiful little town. But I wanted to give some more information, so I said where my grandfather was born. My neighbor, whose son goes to my son's school, has just remarried. Okay. So non-defining relative clauses give extra, often non-essential information in a sentence. If this clause is omitted, the sentence still makes sense. Yes, as I omitted some part of the sentences, they were all fine and I could understand the meaning. For example here, this painting is worth millions of pounds. I can say, this painting, which was painted in 1860, is worth millions of pounds. But even if I omit this part, even if I delete this part, still the sentence is okay. Non-defining relative clauses must go between commas, or a comma, a full stop. So as you can see here, this painting, then you put a comma, then you put this, and then again a comma, and then you write the other sentence there, like rest of the sentence. So they should be either in this position, which they are in between a comma and a full stop, or they must be between two commas, as you can see here, two commas. Okay, in this clause, you can't use that instead of who and which. Like this painting that was painted in 1860 is worth millions of pounds. This is wrong. How should we say it?
This painting which was painted.
Yes, exactly. All right, very good. As you can see, this painting, which was painted in 1860, is worth millions of pounds. So be careful about these things. Now let's do this exercise here. Again, this alien is here with us today. So Alina, please.
Rob and Carolina, Karina. Rob and Karina, who have twins, often need a babysitter.
Okay, thank you. Sona?
Downing Street, as British Prime Minister lives, where the British Prime Minister lives, is in central London.
Yes, very good. Valerie?
The sandwich that you made me yesterday was delicious, or which you made me yesterday was delicious.
So it's better to say which, because okay, thank you. All right, Sania?
The woman who lived here before us was a writer.
Okay, yes, thank you. Clementi?
Stieg Larsson, whose books form the Millennium Trilogy, died in 2004.
Yes, Alina?
My computer is a lot faster than the one which you bought.
Yes, yes. Okay, next, Sona?
The Mona Lisa has been damaged several times, now displayed behind uh, which
Yes,
has been damaged
Mhm.
several times.
Yes, you're right. Valerie?
Look, that's the woman whose dog bit me last week.
Yes. Okay, 9, please, Ksenia.
On our last holiday, we visited Stanford upon Avon, where Shakespeare was born.
Yes, good. Thank you. Next, please, Clementi.
We all went to the match except Marianne, who doesn't like football.
Alina?
The man whom you saw at the party was my boyfriend.
There is also another form, another relative clause that we don't use anymore, and that's whom. Whom. Do you know about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So when-
used in old books, so
Yeah.
I saw
Oh.
it a few times.
Yes. Also, whom is used when we are talking about someone who something happened to that person. Okay, so that person is is subject of that sentence. Okay. So all right, next please. Who was next? Sona.
Caroline, who lives
No, it was. Did we say this?
Oh, okay, excuse me. That's a park where I learned to ride a bike.
Yes, very good. Thank you. Now, next, please, Valerie, number 1. So here you have to check the sentence if it is correct or not, and if it's not, then you have to correct it.
Okay. This is the place where John crashed his car. It's correct.
And where should we put the commas?
There is the place. No, we don't need commas.
We need.
Here. We need. So after the place.
Yes, exactly. Okay, next, please, Elena. Sorry, not Elena. Sania.
The castle that we visited yesterday was amazing. It's correct, or it can be which we visited yesterday.
Yes, which is better, right? Okay, yes, thank you. Clementi, please.
Beijing, which is one of the world's biggest cities, hosted the 28 Olympic Games.
Okay, yes.
Correct, but we need commas.
Yes, we need. Could you put that?
After Beijing and after cities.
No. Beijing, which is one of the world's biggest cities, hosted in 2008 Olympic Games. No, you shouldn't put commas here. It's not extra information. Okay, it's not extra information. It's
Okay.
if you omit that, it doesn't make sense. Or yes, we can say Beijing hosted the 20s. Yes, we can put it here. Yes, you were right. We can put it here and here. You're right. Sorry, I didn't see this part. Okay, Elena, please next.
Michael Jackson's Thriller, which was released in 1982, was one of the best-selling albums of the 80s. So we need to put commas after Thriller and after 1982.
Okay, yes. Sona?
These are the shoes which I'm wearing to the party tonight. Maybe a comma we need.
Where?
Before which?
Yes, correct. Okay, and Valerie?
Sally and Joe, who got married last year, are expecting their first baby. we need comma here after Sally and Joe, comma, who got married last year, comma, are expecting their first baby.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much. So this grammar was easy, and thank you. You got it all. I don't understand, what is this?
It's a ghost.
Yeah, it is, but I really don't know. It just happens here. Okay, so let's go to 9:50. All right. Now, great British design icons. So some of the things which were voted the best in recent survey of British design icon. So you see here all of these pictures. So here you have a map. Here in number B, you see this beautiful place, these books, and then you see this, I don't know, I think it's a show. So now we are going to listen to an audio file which will describe these 4 photos, famous examples of British designs. And what do you think about them? Where do you think they are, and what do they represent here?
The first one is the underground. It shows how to use underground, but I don't know.
It's map of the
city.
Underground.
Yeah, but I
it's
don't know.
London, I guess.
London. Okay.
Okay. What about others?
The second is the publishing house, I guess. Penguin Books.
Okay. Yes. All right. And what is this? Do you know?
It looks like a big circle where you can
see all this.
Yes. See this.
Do you know how do we call it?
No.
We call it Ferris wheel.
Ferris wheel.
Yes. And it's and this is called London Eye. Is it this one or the other thing? I don't remember. One of them was London Eye, which I think it's the London Eye. All right, and it was made by I think Coca-Cola, and then they left it there, and it was too good, so Londoners didn't let them to take it out. So now it's been years it's there. Okay, now we are going to listen to this, and then so now you listen to an exhibition audio guide about them. You will complete sentences 1 to 4. Okay, so these are missing some information. If you have got papers, please jot down the answers, and then we will listen to we will answer these questions. Okay, so keep them in mind. I will put the screen here, not on the photos. So 5:31.
5.31. The London Tube Map.
By the 1930s, the London Underground had become very large. This made it difficult to show the new lines and the new stations on a traditional kind of map, and passengers complained that the existing map was confusing. In 1931, a designer called Harry Beck was asked to design a map which was easier to read. His map, which was based on an electrical circuit, represented each line in a different colour. This map, which is still used today by thousands of people, both Londoners and tourists, is perhaps one of the most practical design icons ever. However, the London Tube Map doesn't represent distances correctly. People sometimes think if a place is one stop away, then it must be very near. But in fact, there's a big difference in distance between different stations. So, for example, Covent Garden Station is only 260 metres from Leicester Square, whereas the distance between Marble Arch and Bond Street, which looks the same distance on the map, is over a kilometre.
The London Eye.
The London Eye has become an iconic London landmark since it was opened in 2000 to celebrate the new millennium. It is a symbol of modern Britain, and it has been called London's Eiffel Tower. However, when it was originally designed, By husband and wife team Julia Barfield and David Marks, people thought it would only be used during the year 2000, the millennium year, or perhaps just for a few years more. Nobody expected it to be so successful. Today, it is one of the UK's most popular tourist attractions and is visited by over 3.5 million people a year. The wheel has 32 capsules, which each carry up to 25 people, and they give visitors views of up to 40 kilometres from the top.
Penguin Books.
Penguin Books was founded by a publisher called Alan Lane in 1935. He was at a bookstall on a railway platform looking for something to read, but he could only find magazines. He decided that people needed to be able to buy books that were good quality fiction but cheap, and not just in traditional bookshops, but also on railway stations and in chain stores. Lane wanted a dignified but amusing symbol for the new books. His secretary suggested a penguin, and an employee was sent to London Zoo to make drawings of penguins. The first penguin paperbacks appeared in the summer of 1935. They included the works of Agatha Christie and the American writer Ernest Hemingway. The classic cover was invented in 1946. The books were colour-coded, orange for fiction, blue for biography, and green for crime. The way people thought about books had changed forever. The paperback revolution had begun. The cover designs have changed a lot over the years, but the original 1946 cover, which is considered a design icon, was recently brought back and is also used on mugs, notebooks, and other items.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album was the Beatles' 8th studio album, and it was released in June 1967. It includes songs like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds and A Day in the Life, and it became one of the best-selling albums of all time. The iconic album cover was designed by the English pop artist Peter Blake. It shows the band posing in front of a collage of some of their favourite celebrities. The celebrities include the actors Marlon Brando, James Dean and Marilyn Monroe, the writer Oscar Wilde, the psychiatrist Sigmund Freud, the singer Bob Dylan, and the comedians Laurel and Hardy. Peter Blake later complained that he was only paid £200 for what became one of the most famous album covers ever.
Okay. So, Alina, could you complete the first sentence?
Harry Beck was the man who created the map of the underground, but it was easier to read. But it doesn't represent like particular and accurate information about the distance between stations.
Very good. Thank you so much for your extended information. All right, Sona, please. Next.
Julia Barfield and David Marks are the couple who create the design London Eyes, and it became a very popular tourist place.
Yeah, touristic place, right? Yes.
Touristic place, yes.
Yes. Is there anyone here who has been to London?
No.
No.
Fortunately.
No. Okay. All right. So next, Valerie, please.
Alan Lane was the man who established the publish house Penguin.
Okay, yes, and also I recommend these books because they can help you to learn English. You can read these stories. They are a little bit like they are easy to read, and so it's good. If you like, you can read them. Okay, Clementi, could you answer next?
Peter Blake is the man who created a cover for Beatles album.
Yes, okay. All right, now, Sania, which icon is the most recent?
Maybe first.
No, is it?
B.
It's London Eye.
Maybe B, yeah.
Yes, okay. Which icon is the oldest? I'm asking Alina.
I don't know. I didn't heard it. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. These questions actually need to be listened one more time. So I'll just test one more thing. Sona, do you know this has been used in many different products? Do you know what has been used in many different products?
Penguin books.
What has which icon use different colors to show different products?
Penguin books.
Yes, penguin books. Which didn't make its designer much money?
The first, maybe map.
Okay. Was the result of something that happened to its designer when he was traveling?
Penguin book.
Okay. And was not expected to be popular?
London Eye.
London Eye.
And which makes places look nearer than they really are?
London Eye.
London Eye.
Okay, yes. Oh my God, I'm so. All right, I'm from Ireland. Okay. So speaking, write the names of people, things, or places in as many of the circles as you can. Okay. So here, we are going to talk about these people and these things. A famous dead person who you admire. I'm asking Elena. Could you name a famous dead person who you admire?
Like not this on the picture, like anyone?
Yeah, no, not this one, but anyone that you admire yourself.
I admire Freddie Mercury because he has a beautiful voice, and I don't know, it's like it's his talent and his difficult life and different challenges. Yes, I really like him, and I like Queen's songs.
Yes, I like Queens as well. Okay, thank you. Sona, a famous living person that you admire?
Maybe Jennifer Lopez. I think she's really amazing. She's and Madonna. She was cool, but she worked and she became successful.
Very good. Yes, thank you, Valerie. An iconic landmark that you really like?
I cannot choose one because I like all kinds of landmarks and buildings, but I just want to say that I really enjoy looking and having a walk in some parts of cities where there is like old-fashioned and traditional buildings. So all kinds of traditional landmarks and buildings is very liked by me.
You like them. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, so
all right.
It shouldn't be some very famous thing. I just like the style.
Okay. All right, Sania, please.
A country whose design you admire. I admire Sweden design. It's so minimalistic and so plain, but it looks so beautiful and like so gorgeous, I think.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Okay, and if you like minimalistic, why don't you like Japanese design?
Sometimes it can be so bright, maybe in red colors and so on, but Sweden design, it's like in gray, black, wooden, and white colors.
Also, Finnish designers, they
Yeah.
have the same roads, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Clementi, an everyday object that you own that you think has a beautiful design.
I think my copybooks, they have a beautiful design.
Okay, yes, thank you. Alina?
An object which you would like to own that you think has a beautiful design. I don't know. Actually, I would like to own a lot of things.
Yeah, I understand.
Actually, I like the design of MacBook, but I can't say that I would like to own that. Just I like the design.
Okay, and sorry, this person who texted, don't you want to speak? Don't you want to say something? Zulika? I don't know. You just want to chat. Okay, I understand. Okay, so Sona, next please.
Yes. Excuse me, what's the next question? I miss.
This a DVD cover, film poster.
A DVD cover, film poster, or book cover that you think has great design. I don't know.
Any poster or any? Okay, tell me about a place you
Too
like.
much. I don't remember anything.
Okay, that's okay. Which part of the city in Kharkiv do you like the most?
Maybe Monument Shevchenko. I think it's amazing.
Okay, nothing. Zoleka, I said if you like, you can speak because I don't check chats that often and I don't talk in there. Okay, so vocabularies, match a noun from column A with a noun from column B to make compound noun. Okay, so we are going to match these together to make a compound. For example, football, what do we say? For example, sunglasses, bookcase, right? Or yes,
classmate,
classmates, town. Sorry. Oh my god. All right. Okay. I don't understand. Sorry. What?
Profile camera, I think.
Profile camera. All right. Okay. Thank you for your answer. I didn't understand that. Okay. Yes. What else? Profile picture is better, not profile camera. Profile picture. Town hall. Speed hitch, maybe. Okay. So these are the compounds. We often put two nouns together where the first noun describes the second one, okay? An album cover, for example, the cover of the album, or tube map, we call metro or under as tube, like this, tube. So it means as tube. Compound nouns can be two words, tourist attraction, or one word, website, okay? Okay, let's do this game very fast. So I'm going to start with Alina. Where can you take money out without going into a bank?
This cash machine, or
yes.
I don't know how. Yeah, cash machine.
Correct. Yes. All right. Yes. Sona, what do you need to have before you can get on a plane?
Pass. Ticket.
No. How do we call it? Do you know?
No.
Boarding pass. Yes. Boarding pass.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3, Valerie, what might you have to pay if you park in a bus lane?
Tax. Not tax.
Fine ticket.
Fine ticket.
Yes, fine ticket. Okay. So, Sania, please, what should you put on when you get into a car?
Belt.
Seat belt.
Yes,
Seat belt, okay.
Okay, Clementi, next. Where was I? All right, what do you call a long line of cars that can't move?
It's a traffic jam.
Yes. Okay, Elena, what do you need to book if you want to play tennis with someone?
Tennis court.
Yes. Sona, where do people go if they want to watch a basketball or handball match?
Stadium.
Okay. Number 8, Valerie, what do you call the noise a phone makes?
Sound.
No. Ringing bell.
Ringing
bell. Yes. Okay. Sania, next, please. What kinds of book or films are about the future and often are the outer space?
Sky fiction. Skip fiction.
No. How do we say it?
Science fiction.
Science fiction.
Science,
Yes,
okay.
exactly. Okay, number 10. Clementi, what do you call a school which is paid for by the government?
It's public school.
Yes. Elena, if you are in a lift and you press G, where do you want to go to?
What is G?
G is the
Maybe
very
garage.
first. No. Is ground floor.
Ground.
Is the not the first floor, but the 0 floor. Okay, not underground, but 0 floor. Okay, I can say that. Sona, what device do you use when you want to transfer files from one computer to another?
Email, Gmail.
USB,
no.
maybe.
USB, you mean?
Yes.
Kind of, okay.
Okay, so we are done with this lesson. It was easy, especially the grammar and listening part. So I need you to tell me, do you have any question from any part or anything that you didn't understand? Anything that I can explain more? No, okay.
I have one question, but not about this subject. I'd like to know what difference between may and might. It's the same thing or it's the different means?
No, it's the same, but sometimes, you know, there are some different usage between may and might. But their meaning is pretty the same, and we have to talk about their grammar. One session, I will put the grammar. I will teach the grammar about modal verbs, and I will explain exactly what's their difference. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. But in overall, you know, if I want to summarize the information about may actually should be used when you are talking about something that is possible event or an event that could be like, you know, factual, like very like a fact. Okay. For example, I would say it like this: I may go to the cinema after dinner. Okay, this is a probable action. Okay.
Yes.
But might, on the other hand, refers to events that are more hypothetical or unreal. Okay. Or possible but very unlikely, so they are not likely to happen. Their probability is very low. Okay, for example, I'll say it like this, if you want an example: if you get ready in 5 minutes, you might be able to catch your plane, but that's very unlikely. Yes, that's very unlikely.
Okay.
Another usage for, I have one more explanation for may.
Okay.
Another usage is may is a verb that is used in present tense. So for example, we say, I don't know, Sam may cook dinner for our whole group of friends tonight. This is used for, you know, present tense. But might is the same verb, but is used in past tense. Okay, so might is used for past tense. An example is like, for example, Sona might have tried to contact me earlier, but my phone was switched off. So I used might for past tense, yes?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other question? Wow, okay, no question. So now, if you don't have question, I have question. Alina, could you give me an example for might?
Yes. Let
Okay.
me think. Can I say I might go there yesterday?
So might is used for past tense.
Yes.
I told you is used for past tense. May is used for present and future. So
I said I might go there yesterday. So it's
no,
wrong.
I might have gone. I might have
I might
gone.
have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Thank you. Valerie, could you give me an example with May?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
May I help you?
Okay. Yes. Also, we when we want to ask someone or offer help, we also use may. Thank you. Sona, could you give me an example with might?
I might become a millionaire.
So I may become a millionaire is better.
That's impossible.
That's unlikely for you. I see. Okay,
Yes.
no, don't.
I
Why no?
when I have a million.
Okay, yes, then you can say that, but don't be optimistic, in my opinion.
I'm very realistic.
Okay, I see. Okay, Senia, could you give me any example with may?
I may go to my grandmother's house today.
Okay. And Clementi, give me an example with might.
Okay. I might have won that game.
Okay, so this shows probability in past. Okay, all right, you are right. Very good. So actually we are done for this session. Thank you so much for listening to me and giving me your time. I enjoyed our session. Thank you so much and hope you enjoy your day and have a nice weekend. We'll see you next time. Before you leave, Valerie, can I ask you to give a presentation for next time?
Yes, no problem.
Yes, and could you tell me about the topic, please?
Oh, sorry, I'm not ready to say the topic right now.
Okay, it's fine.
It will
so
be
next
a surprise.
Sure, that's great. That's great. I'm fan of surprise. All right, very good. Thank you very much. So we'll see you next time, okay?
Next time.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later.
Yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.